name is Lisa Abel, and I came to OB training in November as part of the Take Back Your Life Challenge. When I came to OB, I did so with a purpose because I knew OB would give you results. I wanted results, and my story might be a little bit different than others because I wasn't here to lose weight, I was here to gain strength. I'm a breast cancer survivor, and with that comes chemo and radiation, and honestly, my body had been through a lot of damage, and I was ready to get my strength back. So I had chose to come for the November Take Back Your Life Challenge and to do exactly that, take back my life. So in a very short period of time with OB training, I've been able to lose a ton of inches off from my body. Really, what people forget sometimes, I think, is the mental aspect that goes with this program, because you're always looking at the physical, you're looking at the numbers, or you're looking at the scale, but the mental aspect as well is so important. My goal coming in here, I achieved my goal, and then I exceeded my goal, and I did that only with the help of the trainers at OB. And what comes with this program is not only the nutrition advice, the trainers, they get to know you and want to support you, and that was really important to me, to really get to know the individual and what I wanted to achieve as part of this program. So really at the 4-week mark, I had lost 3.5 inches off of my hips, 3.5 inches off of my waist. I was feeling really good about myself, looking in the mirror, and at that point I realized that I needed to have OB training as part of my life and joined as a full-time client before I actually even finished the challenge. So I think what's really important to know is that when you approach a program like this, it's not a typical program. It wasn't a weight loss program for me. It was really a take back my life program based on what I had been through with a severe illness. So as I move forward, I'm really excited to see what will come, maybe with another 8 weeks. I'm at my 8-week mark, I think, pretty much today. And as I move into the next 8 weeks, it's not only going to be redefining the shape of my body, but gaining the muscle mass that I have always wanted. So that was really important to me, and I kind of chuckle to myself every now and then when I look in the mirror, because I'm like, wow, I have muscles, and it's fantastic. But what I will say is you have to be able to look in the mirror and tell yourself the truth that you are ready for this program. It's a commitment, no excuses. Every time that I thought I would have a easy night, then somebody would come in and my trainer would say, see what we're gonna do tonight. So there's always a challenge, and that's really important as well, because you're always being challenged by the trainers and by the program. But the other important part of OB training is that this really is a community, it's a family. And people that walk in here, you make friends. We're really one great big, family. So it's really a great program. I highly recommend it to my friends, my family, and I am so glad that I made this decision, because honestly, it's been one of the best decisions of my life, and I can't wait to continue with OB. Oh, my pants. So I had a pair of pants that actually were zip-up jeans, and I thought they were my pull-up jeans. And I actually went and I pulled them down, and they came right off from my hips. So that's been exciting too, because it wasn't the pull-up jeans, it was the zip-up jeans that went down over my hips. So it really is, it's kind of funny, because you just get lost in the whole, the change of your body. You may not recognize it. I mean, I recognized I was slimming down and where I wanted to slim down, but the other part of this was that it's surprising, and then people will say, hey, what are you doing? And I tell them, OB training. So they're like, well, I don't know if I could do it. Well, you can do it. You can do it if you want to do it. And I think that's what's really important to understand, to be part of this, I call family. Oh, my favorite exercise? Oh. I've gotten now where I like the kettlebells, because the weights that I'm lifting, I think I did a 53-pound kettlebell last week. So that's pretty impressive, because I don't know what I started out with, but it wasn't that. So again, challenged every time that I come in here. And I even surprise myself at the weights that I'm lifting and the muscle mass that I'm growing with. I think the nutrition, I was actually a pretty good eater. As far as diet, I didn't have a lot of changes, but it's important to track. So I wasn't a person that consumed a lot of soda or a lot of sugar. I had already eliminated a lot of that from my body. And I say my body, but really from my diet. So what I had to do is I happen to be a grazer. I like to pick at things. With me, it was getting in the protein. And even though I was still very good at doing that, getting into the protein and making sure I had the oils at each and every meal. So the tracker helps, but I do think with the nutrition comes a lot of, it's not even a lot, but I say it comes with planning, because people struggle and they're saying, well, I don't know what to eat. So I happen to be one that's very organized as far as planning my meals, or planning the components that I can have ready to make a meal, like chicken. Throw it in a crock pot and have it for a week in the freezer, and then or spinach, and have, you know, whatever with your eggs in the morning. So that comes very easy to me, but still there's times I like to get, you know, grazing, and I need to track. And to me, that's really important too, is really understanding what you're putting into your body, especially as you build that muscle mass. I had to tweak things along the way, and that came with the help of you know, the coaches, or even yourself, with really trying to figure out what works. So the feedback that you get with the nutrition plan is really very good, because each week you're seeing how you're building and how you're developing a new habit. And I think that's also very important to understand, is that this is not a temporary change. You need to start at square one, and it's like, you know, leaving from first base and running around the bases, and really just being able to build and move forward, and understanding that these are life changes. If you want a temporary change, again, I don't think this is a program for you. I think this is a life-changing program. It's called Take Back Your Life for a reason, and you really just have to find a way to make those changes. But with the nutrition, I do feel that some people are intimidated by that, because they feel they have to make huge changes all at one time. And that's not necessary. You make the changes as you go in order to sustain them and make sure that you can maintain them once you're done with the program. I am Lisa Abel, and I am the athlete within.